Hello, this is Leech83, how we doing? Welcome to episode 4 of our Celtic career mode on FIFA 17. On this episode we've got 3 games for you. We're going to be playing Hearts away, at home to Partick Thistle, and then away to Hamilton Accies. If we've got time, if it's not too long, we'll try and bring in the end of the transfer window as well, and get August basically finished in this episode. So, without further ado, let's get into the game away to Hearts then, and we'll be... Well, I think for this we'll use a change strip. We'll make Hearts playing this horrid thing. It's absolutely disgusting at all. I don't even know. There's no words to explain it. Okay, so the team for this game is going to be Gordon in goals with Lustig, Saviachenko, Simnovic and Izagiri coming in. And then we've got a midfield of Awobi, Armstrong, Roderick and Forrest. And then 2 up front for us, Griffiths and Dembele. On the bench for us we've got Marcus Rashford, Gary Mackay-Steven, Burke, Nakamura, De Vries, Loftus-Cheek and Gamboa. We're just giving a couple of players a rest. As you can see, Sinclair, Roberts and Torre, Beaton, Brown and Tierney have all not fully recovered yet. So it's basically just to give a couple of players a wee bit of time off. So that's what we're going to do. So hopefully we can get 3 points. And let's get into this one then. Good tackle. It's Dembele. It's through for Griffiths right before half time. Lee Griffiths slots it at home. It's 1-0. Nice little pass through by Dembele. That's a lovely little assist. And a nice finish by Griffiths just before half time. 1-0. Keep it alive though. As Tom Roderick have a shot. Good shot. Good save. Good shot. Corner then for us. Played into the middle. Eric Saviachenko can't get on it. Comes for Awobi. Saviachenko. Lustig will fire it in. Oh, that's a fantastic goal. Mikael Lustig makes it 2-0. Good finish by the big Swede. Ball coming loose from the melee, and that'll do nicely. Slotted home. Lovely finish. 2-0. Forrest out to Lustig. Lustig to Dembele. Dembele's got James Forrest outside of the boot finish. Just by the post. That's a good ball forward. Hearts into the box now. Defender standing off. And it's paid across and it's a goal back for Hearts right at the death. 2-1. Well, in the end it was too little too late for Hearts and we come away with a 2-1 victory. Tony Watt it was with the goal there right at the death. And we played well really. We actually played better with the 4-4-2. Possession was pretty much 50-50, well 51-49 if you want to be pedantic about it. And the shots was pretty even as well. Obviously ours going into the back of the net for the 2 of the 3 chances that we had on target. So that's pretty decent from us and it's a decent performance all round. I was quite happy with the 4-4-2. It's kind of, I'm waiting to kind of see how I feel regarding how I play it. We've got a good choice of midfielders, so I just don't want to kind of spoil it and not play enough. I don't know how I'm going to continually play it because I like both formations, so I'm waiting to kind of see how my mood kind of takes me. But anyway, it's a 2-1 victory in our first game. Let's get ready for our next game, which is against Partick Thistle. Okay, so here we are ready for the game against Partick Thistle then, and this is the team we're going with. It's Gordon in net with Lustig, Saviachenko, Kolo Toure and Kieran Tierney at the back. Midfield 4 of Sinclair, Loftus-Cheek, Brown and Roberts, and then up front continuing Griffiths and Dembele. Staying with the same 4-4-2, but then just putting like a kind of stronger squad into it. We'll see how we go with this one and give them a chance to play in this formation before I decide whether I'm going to stick with it or not. But I like having the 2 strikers, so let's get into our next game, see how we go on. Partick Thistle on the attack. It's Erskine out wide. It's a good save for this. What a terrible. Right to the back post. First I thought he had it and he just completely dropped it. And it's an early goal for Partick Thistle. I'm out after 6 minutes. It's a ball to nothing. Just not dealt with by Gordon. And there it is, 1-0. Good play by Dembele. Cutting it across. And smashed home. Lee Griffiths makes it 1-1 right before half time. Nice little cut back. Dembele running into the box, played across to his teammate and smashed home for the equaliser, 1-1. Clear to Griffiths. He's got a lot of work to do, but with the space to run into, it's Lee Griffiths into the middle. Mr. Dembele headed. Oh yes, header over the keeper. Very difficult header for him to pull off, but he managed to do it. And that'll do nicely. Headed over the top of the keeper, 2-1. Well, there we have it. Back-to-back 2-1 victories for us. I don't care how we get them, as long as we get the 3 points, that's all that matters for us. David Amu getting an early goal for Partick Thistle, but then I was managing to hit back with Lee Griffiths and a header by Moussa Dembele. So that'll do us for that one. As you can see, pretty much even again through the game. And that's kind of how it is. I didn't really like the 4-4-2 in this one. It just didn't feel as good as what it did against the Hearts game. I don't know whether Partick Thistle seemed to have more midfielders than what we did. It's just kind of how it was played out. But nonetheless, it was still, as I say, enough for victory. So on to the next game, which is our last game of the episode, and that is against Hamilton Accies. Okay, so we're just about to get into our last game of the episode, which, as I say, was against Hamilton Accies away from home. And we've got a couple of bits of transfer news to give you just before we get into that game. So we have put Ryan Christie out on loan to Sheffield United, just to give him a wee bit of a chance to get some game time, because he's not going to play in our team, unfortunately, even though he is a good player. We have brought in Chuba Akpom from Arsenal for around about £800,000, so not too bad for him. And we've also brought in Ben Gibson from Middlesbrough for around about £2 million for him, which isn't too bad a deal. He is a centre back who's going to be a little bit of a kind of rotational player more than anything else. I can show you where they are just now. So we have got Chuba Akpom, 64 rated at the moment, but he is still young. He's 88 acceleration, 87 sprint speed. Is kind of standout stats if you like. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. He is 6 foot tall, and he is predominantly right footed, but he has got decent kind of growth potential on him at this early stage, as he's only 20 years old. So we'll put Chuba into he's come as part of the squad, and again we'll use him when we can. Ben Gibson here is, as I say, a centre back. He's 6'1", he's 23 years old. For him, his standing out stats are jumping, and his strength is pretty decent, good at marking as well, with again decent potential for growth on him also. So that's not too bad. He's going to be like a kind of backup centre back, because we've only got Simnovic, now Gibson, Torre and Eric Saviachenko. So if one of them get injured, we really would be short at the back. So the midfield is where we're kind of overloaded, but we're overloaded with the same type of player. So hopefully the likes of Henderson can get out on loan, and I'll make a decision over what I want to do with the rest of them, because as you can see on this page alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cams, 6 cams including Armstrong, so 6 cams altogether, plus I've got 2 on the bench plus 1 playing, so there's too many centre attacking mids, so we'll need to whittle that down. So we need to try and get either some of them out on loan or get some of them out of the club altogether. So we'll wait and see how we go with that one. But anyway, this game is at home, away to Hamilton Accies, so we'll let Accies play in their home kit, and we'll play in our change kit for this one. This is the team: Craig Gordon in goals, Lustig, Saviachenko, Kolo Toure, Kieran Tierney, Sinclair, Loftus-Cheek, Brown and Roberts, and then up front again Griffiths and Dembele after the 2 of them scored in the last game. So let's see how we go in this one. Hopefully make it 3 wins out of 3. Dembele over the top for Griffiths, well taken down. Now it's Scott Brown for Dembele. Moussa Dembele with a shot, saved by the goalkeeper. Oh my god, poor defending. We left him open in the middle, and it's a ball through and it's smashed home. I can't believe it. Terrible defending, really was bad. An easy goal for him. He's Saviachenko standing off him, and he can slot it home, and it's 1-0 to Hamilton. Corner for us, trying to get it into the middle. And it's there. Oh, save again by the goalkeeper. Good header. It's Scott Brown. Scott Brown feeding that one into Griffiths. He must score. Surely he does. And there's the equaliser. Finally we get a breakthrough. 1-1. Nice play by Brown. Nice ball. And Griffiths doesn't miss those ones. Sinclair, Loftus-Cheek, and again another save by the goalkeeper. Well, unfortunately it's finished in a 1-1 draw for us in that one. Just, oh my god, such a good performance by the Hamilton Accies goalkeeper, and we just couldn't break through enough. We had 13 shots, 8 of them on target, and we only scored 1 goal. It was so disappointing. But anyway, what can you do? I think it's been one of our best performances in regards of creating chances, but the finishing was just applaudable. And then the goalkeeper, he was applaudable. What can you do? He was able to make some fine saves when the chances were there for him and make it difficult for us. So that's not too bad a episode, I think, in total. 7 points, 2 wins and a draw is decent for us as our progress is at the moment. So let me get in and see how we are for transfers, see how we are for time, and I will try and bring us the end of the transfer window before I close this one out. Okay, so we've managed to progress through and we are now at the end of the transfer window is now closed and we're now at the 1st of September now. Now let's just see, we managed to get another couple of deals done. Now one of them that I accidentally deleted is that we have sold Chris Commons. He has went to Middlesbrough for 1.4 million. We have brought in Oren Nyland. He did play for, I think it's Ingesit, who play in the Bundesliga. We bought him for 5.5 million on a 34.5 grand a week contract for 3 years. We brought in Harry Arter for 60 grand a week. But he actually cost us something like 4 million for him. We brought, as we already had told you before, we brought Ben Gibson, Chuba Akpom in as well, and we loaned out Ryan Christie. So that's not too bad. But what it does mean, however, is it does mean that we didn't really get many players out of the club, and we do actually have quite a substantial squad. But I will hopefully get rid of them in January, the ones who are not going to play. Now let's have a little look here. We brought in Nyland. He is 75 rated, quite a tidy looking goalkeeper. He's going to come in and replace Gordon right away. He's got 51 acceleration, 53 balance, 71 jumping, 67 reactions and 74 strength, which isn't too bad, all being considered he's only 25, with a 4-star weak foot, which is pretty decent. He's 6'4" as well, so he's quite tall, and he's got the goalkeeper long throw tray and also comes for crosses, which is perfect because that's something that Craig Gordon can't do. So bring Nyland into the team. He'll be coming in right from the start. And as I say, we managed to bring in Arter as well. Now Arter is actually quite a decent looking player. He's got 84 aggression as one of his standout stats there. Decent agility, decent balance as well, and stamina and strength. He also has got decent ball control, decent passing all round as well. And he's got 5-star weak foot and a 3-star skill moves. And he can play either centre attacking mid or just the centre mid, which is probably where we're going to play him. Is going to be in centre mid. So what we'll actually do is we'll bring him in right for Loftus-Cheek. Actually, I'll mess about with the team at a later time. The main thing for this episode was to get the transfer window closed, and now we can concentrate on important matters. We will be continuing with 3 games per episode just to keep it going, and in the next episode, if you join me for the next one, we'll have Aberdeen, Napoli and Motherwell in our next one as we kick off our Champions League campaign. So looking forward to that. As always, you can let me know what you think of the series so far. Leave your comments down below, and I'll try and respond to as many of you as I can, and try and take any of your feedback on board to improve the series going forward. But that's it, I'll end it here. Thank you very much for your time. I'll catch you in the next one. As always, take it easy.